Hey guys, good morning. Hopefully today the audio and video are synced up. We're going to be working with multiplying binomials again today. We've done positive, where we take our FOIL method. We do x squared, first outer plus x plus 2x plus 2, where everything was positive. We did one yesterday where we had one of our binomials was x plus something, and the other one was x minus something. Today we're going to do just subtracting. So I want to warm up with multiplying two negative numbers and adding two negative numbers. So here I've got a -4 times a -3. And a negative times a negative, when I multiply those two negatives together, those two negatives become a positive. So I've got -4 times -3 equals a positive 12. And same thing for number 2. I've got this negative times a negative is going to give me a positive. And 7 times 2 is 14. Now the difference between multiplying and adding negatives together is the idea that when I'm adding negatives together, I'm still going to get a negative number. So, if I owe you $3, so I have -$3 because I owe you $3. And then I owe you one more dollar. So maybe we want $3 bet, and then I thought maybe I'll get some money back. So I bet you that the Bears would win, and of course they lost. So I now owe you $4. So I have -$4. Same thing with number 4. Maybe I put $9 on my credit card bill. So I owe the credit card company $9. And then I went back the next day for lunch. Maybe you got a drink the next day. And I added another $10. So -9 plus a -10. I owe that credit card company $19. So I have -$19. So be very careful about the difference between multiplying negatives, where the negatives cancel, and adding negatives, where they don't cancel out. Alright, so let's check out some multiplying binomials. We'll do our FOIL method. First, outer, inner, last. So, first, outer, inner, last. Let me just label these really quick. And our first product is going to be x times x, which is x squared, outer, x times -3. So you got to be very careful about keeping that negative sign with the 3. So x times -3 is -3x. And now I've got my inners, -2 times x, -2x, and the very last product, I have a negative times a negative, so -2 times -3. Negative times a negative is a positive. 2 times 3 is 6. So just like we did yesterday, we're going to combine our like terms. So I've got x squared, and here I'm adding negatives together. So -3 plus another -2. This is going to be a -5x plus 6. All right, let's try this next one here. So my first product It's going to be x squared. The outers, be careful about that negative sign. X times negative 6 is negative 6x. Now the inners, again, be very careful about that negative. Negative 4 times x, negative 4x. And the last product here, it's going to be negative 4 times a negative 6. Negative times negative is positive. 6 times 4 is 24. So why don't you guys pause the video here. I've got 4 more problems for us. And why don't you try the next 2, and then unpause the video and we'll see how it goes. So here I've got x minus 5 and x minus 5. And how else could we write this? You know, how do I represent multiplying something by itself? Like a times a, or 5 times 5. So I could rewrite this as x minus 5 squared if I really wanted to. So let's do our FOIL. First product is x squared. The outers, again, keep that negative. X times negative 5 is negative 5x. The inners, inner product is going to be negative 5 times x, negative 5x, and the last product, negative 5 times negative 5. Negative times negative is a positive, and 5 times 5 is 25. So as always, we'll combine our like terms, and I forgot to finish 6. So x squared, negative 6 plus negative 4. I owe you $6, then I owe you 4 more. So now I owe you $10. So I have negative $10. We'll do the same thing here. I've got x squared, negative 5, plus another negative 5 is negative 10x, plus 25. And our next one here, first product is x squared, outers, x times negative 3, negative 3x, inners, negative 3 times x, and our last is going to be this negative 3 times a negative 3. Negative times a negative is a positive, and 3 times 3 is 9. So let's combine our like terms. I've got x squared, negative 3 minus 3, negative 6x, and plus 9. So whenever we're on this step, you're always going to add these like terms together. All right, and I've got 2 more here. I'd like you guys to pause the video and try these on your own. In a second here, I'm going to write the final answers. So number 7, after we FOIL, we'll get x squared minus 10x plus 9. X squared minus 13x plus